So how do you hide assets? We're going to talk about two things. First, hiding, and then protecting. So first, let's explore your options for hiding your assets. For assets such as your home, you can hide your ownership using a land trust. Now, a trust has a settlor who sets up the trust. For your home, that would be you. There's also one or more beneficiaries who benefit from the trust. That can also be you. Finally, there's a trustee who manages the trust. Now, for cars, we use what is called a title holding trust to keep them out of your name. These documents keep your association with the items out of the public records. Detailed information about the various types of domestic trusts can be found on our website. Next, how do you keep your bank accounts private? What we typically do is we set up again a Wyoming LLC, plus nominee managers and virtual office like before. You open your bank account in the name of the LLC, so it's under the LLC's tax ID number and not your social security number, and it keeps your association with the bank account private. So here's how to not only hide your assets, but protect your assets. Offshore jurisdictions that offer the strongest asset protection trust laws are in jurisdictions such as the Cook Islands, Nevis, and Belize. Of all these choices, we most often use the Cook Islands because of its strong case law history and the fact that it's part of New Zealand, one of the most trusted jurisdictions in the world. Now, inside the Cook Islands Trust, we place an LLC. This will often be a Cook Islands LLC. You can be the initial manager of the LLC, and the LLC is what holds the bank account. The international law firm acting as the trust company resides outside the U.S., meaning they are not subject to U.S. court orders. So when a U.S. court says, bring me the money, they can say, you don't have jurisdiction down here, and there's nothing they can do. So your money remains safe and secure inside the trust. So the law firm is the trustee of the trust. You're the initial manager of the LLC and the signatory of the bank account. Until it's time for our law firm in the Cook Islands to step in to protect you. Now, offshore jurisdictions continuously strengthen their asset protection laws, making them more and more reliable. Now, your judgment creditor might discover your offshore trust during a judgment debtor's exam, but that's okay. As long as it's set up properly, your assets remain out of reach. You can even publicize the assets and they still be safe. And again, for real estate, we use land trust to hide your ownership. For real estate investments, we place them in land trusts, and we have your LLC set up as the beneficiary of the land trust, so we have legal protection from lawsuits and asset protection if somebody sues you. Your personal residence goes into a land trust without an LLC due to different tax categories. We also use equity stripping strategies to protect real estate equity. For your business, we establish a corporation or LLC to own your business and separate your business and personal lives. These entities provide protection the sole proprietorships of partnerships do not offer. We can also set up a secondary LLC, typically again in Wyoming, and record equity stripping liens and UCC1 encumbrances against the business to pull out all the equity.